The importance of mentorship in finance. So I think mentorship in every area of your life is vital. Specifically today, I'm going to talk about 3 areas. Why mentorship will accelerate your success. I notice I was very direct. It will accelerate. It not might, it will when you use it and use your mentor's skills and knowledge to your benefit. Number 2, what does a good mentor provide? What is their job to you? What do they need to offer you? And what do you need to be looking for as you select one? You're listening to her right now, though. I'm going to be all of your mentors. So just click on the link and let's go. But lastly, how do you find the right one? And how do you find the right one in a lot of categories? So I always say, being mentored since 17 years old, which was just a minute ago, has been a vital part of my success. I'd have to put it almost at the top because, in my opinion, I look for somebody who's got and willing to open up their Rolodex. I want to know the people they know, and I want a hot introduction, meaning, whether it's, we all get on a call, there's an endorsed introduction from the mentor to, say, me. This was vital in my early years. Bob Proctor was my first mentor. I remember he introduced me right away to Jack Canfield, to Mark Victor Hansen, to Ron LeGrand. He just opened his Rolodex. That's number 1. Number 2 is their experience, if they are really truly who they say they are, is going to avoid costly errors and speed you up. Because instead of bouncing on walls and, thinking and trying different things, they already have proven playbooks. They already have proven blueprints on how I became a real estate millionaire. Buy My Real Estate as Leverage. It's an 8-hour program, How I Became a Millionaire in 1999, and I have never left that status. That's a huge part of asking a mentor is, have you roller coastered through whatever thing they're doing? Mine's obviously money. So people do ask me, have you lost it, made it, lost it, made it? I have lost and made millions, but never lost my millionaire status once I hit it. So you got to say, well, what did I do different? Because a lot of people, make it and then lose it all. 8, 9, and 10 was a great example. 2008, 9, and 10, a lot of real estate millionaires, people in lending and mortgage industry just were crushed and had to start over. And because their scars are so severe, they haven't started over because they don't have enough, I say, again, mentorship and people around them to support them to really continue to grow. Let me give you a few fun facts. Mentorship shortens the learning curve by transferring, again, experience, perspective, proven strategies. The mentors you're talking to, are they willing to give up their playbook? Like I give up my playbook everywhere except for in one area. And I don't give away how I became a New York Times 6 times over in detail. And the truth is, if you want that, it starts at about $500,000 that's a low budget to actually get there because of all the things you have to do, the books you have to buy, the numbers and statistics you have to hit. And I started in the author business in a very different way. I didn't have a literary agent. McGraw-Hill came to me and said, will you write some books? And I said, yes. And they gave me a lot of money to do it. Those days are over because of Amazon and all their production. So the chances of you being able to do that, you just go get a book is where we start you today. But that's an example of, where do you give away your playbook and where don't you? Because I don't believe giving away that playbook is going to serve anybody is really why I don't do it. Other fun facts, these are critical. Mentored entrepreneurs earn 2 to 3 more than those unmentored that really want to go it alone. Mentorship will reduce your failure rate. Drastically. I don't know what the exact statistic of that is, but it's quite high. And still today, if you look at every athlete, you look at a high-performing musician, every category, they have coaches. Tiger Woods had a coach his whole career, every football player, every basketball player. And you say, well, why do high performers, every Olympic athlete has coaches? So that stuck for me early on. So it's not about affording them. It's about how do you not afford them? And you find ways to make the money to get the right mentor and the time you need them. So there's a gradation of mentors. Some of you need like the babies, right? I have a lot of coaches that are part of our community here at Integrated Wealth Systems. And the coaches have actually been through the big table. They have done at least a year. They're a millionaire and they stay very present to the work. So even when we launched the new version 2 book, they were in it and consuming it. So I have a range where I can start with a lot of babies, meaning you're just a beginner, just getting started. All you've known is employment your whole life. Now you want to get a business and get a cash machine. And we have a whole range. I have people who specialize in cryptocurrencies and crypto projects. I have people who specialize in real estate, people specialize in franchise, people who specialize in business startups. And that's my wheelhouse. In fact, I want to invite you all to a new, I'd say it's new, but we're really dusting it off and bringing it back. We used to do a workshop for almost 15 years called 3 Days to Cash. Everyone in the room was guaranteed to make new money by learning to have a product or service that they could sell to somebody right in that room. About 100, 150 people would come to all those workshops, and it was phenomenal. Everybody made money. Hundreds of thousands of dollars exchanged in one room in 3 days. So we're bringing back a 2-hour version, the third Wednesday of every month. It's called Building Your Cash Machine. And it's how do you build, right? How do you get that first money in the door? How do you generate? Because if you've been employed for decades of your life, that's a very, very different energy. It's a different way to live your day. We're going to talk about revenue producing days. So in the show notes, I'm going to give you 2 tickets to that, as well as 2 tickets to the Millionaire Intensive, because the first thing you're going to do when you decide to get a cash machine is get incorporated. And you're going to need to learn to live corporate life. So there are 2 different events. The Millionaire Intensive is the first Thursday of every month, and the Build Your Cash Machine is the third Wednesday of every month. And then we have supplemental marketplaces, which is a place for you to go and make money. I cannot tell you, we are so excited about our 2026 schedule and what we're doing to support you and all of your goals and how you're going to get there. So if you're serious about being mentored and being coached, I want you to read. I'm going to give you a free copy of the version 2. Read up to chapter 3 and ask for a gap analysis. And when you send it in, you'll get a one-on-one appointment with our team, and we'll start looking at your gaps, the problems you have, and what you need, and where we can mentor you and guide you. And I'm going to speak to the higher end clients that are listening right now. If you're done, you want to sell your business, you want to do a merger or an acquisition, we have those specialists too. So it's up to you how you want to do it, but I can tell you on the M&A side, it starts with really good accounting, forensic level accounting, to make sure that your numbers are right. So there's a whole range and host things that we do in this community of integrated wealth systems. It's not just me, it's me and it's 28 other financial and business experts that we put around you so you get what you want and deserve. But doing it without a mentor? So the way that I mentor is people come into my world, they come to the big table, then they can hire me one-on-one to mentor them. They come fly into Northern Nevada and we meet one-on-one. If I happen to be in their state, I might meet or go visit their company. That can get negotiated. And we start with a big assessment of what have you done to yourself? And again, no judgment. It's what you did. So what? Now what? So what happened? Now what do you want to do about it? And we start building a plan and a playbook for you for the legacy that you want and you deserve. So some of you avoid mentors because you don't want to pay. I can promise you you're paying already. You're paying in no plan. You're paying in slow, old-fashioned stuff like we see marketing that's just 1980s and 90s. Some of you are completely out of sequence, and doing the right thing at the right time is vital to your success. So I would never look at, say, our mentorship. And if you want to be coached, we'll put an application in the show notes. Again, you can fill that out and then have a one-on-one conversation with the team and where you start. Some of you will start with me briefly, and then you'll be assigned to someone else to grow you into the space where you're ready for what I have for you. It's all one. So it's a matter of who you have time with and what level you're beginning at. Because those beginning days were a long, 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 long time ago. I never will forget them. So I can still coach you and mentor you through that. But as you pick somebody, I would say pick the patterns of their career, pick longevity, pick success, pick the history. There's so many people on the bathroom wall called the internet that say they're a coach and mentor, and really what results do they have? We won't be offended at all if you ask for our results and what we've done. We've helped over 10,000 people become millionaires. So, and I've done this forever. Somebody asked me over the holiday weekend, just going into 2026, they said, so when are you going to be done? And I said, the day I die, when I walk off the planet, whenever that day is, because I love to do it and I've been blessed to have this skill set to help you realize your dreams. Now, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, click that notification button. I want to be in your device that you listen to every morning. And for those of you who are really hungry to get a whole bunch of knowledge, we also do a binge, a 25-hour binge. So if you click on the link, it'll take you through a Google portal, and we're going to actually know that you're actually watched 25 hours on this channel. And in exchange, we're going to send you a $750 credit that can be spent on new tuition for your mentoring and your coaching with us. So again, choose the right mentor and make sure they're in the category. I'm all business and money, so I'm a huge umbrella of that. If you need some specialized trainings, then I will send you to some other specific mentors that may be in our community, may not be in our community, that can help get you the support you need so you get what you deserve. So grab a mentor, Don't let 2026 go by, or whatever year you're listening to this, without a mentor. I already got one, and I'm probably going to do another one this year as I head into the summer. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL, ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.